Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. It is the last day of January, which means it's time to discuss what I've finished and what I've decluttered this past month. There will be a few declutters in this video. We will also be doing a little low buy check-in at the end of this video and kind of discuss how many of these empties will be contributing towards my low buy bank account, and whether or not I've cashed in any of these empties yet. There may also be a bonus video sometime today. I have an update for Turn and Burn, and when I did the introduction for that video, I had said that I would just update as soon as I finished those 10 items and just keep updating rounds. It wouldn't be like on a monthly schedule, it would just, I'd upload a video when I finish 10, and it's time for that. So look out for a bonus video today. Let's start with the declutters. While I was doing my inventory over the last few weeks, I found some products that have basically dried up. I also found a lip gloss that has gone bad. So let's talk about them. This was a cream eyeshadow from Mica Beauty in the shade Bronze. I received it in an Ipsy bag. So I would say I probably paid about $2 for this if you average out the $10 between the 5 products in the bag. I never used it even once. I am not really drawn to these kind of orangey, bronzy shades. I like a more like coppery bronze or a cool tone bronze, but I don't like this kind of marigold orangey bronze. So it sat in my stash. I did figure I'd get to it sooner or later and work on it, but it is hard as a rock and I'm going to say goodbye to it. Also, this eyeliner from The Balm. This is the Mr. Right Now in the shade Jack. It was pretty dry and rough when I got it in an Ipsy bag, which is why I didn't use it right away. And then when I went to go pull out a new eyeliner for my Project 10 uses, it was hard as a rock. I'm not going to torture my eyes with this. It's going in the garbage. I am not sure how much background noise there's going to be in this video, but both Ron and Hazel are wide awake, and Hazel does not have a mute button. Ron does. Ron can sit real nice and quiet, but Hazel cannot. This is the Revlon Skin Lights in the shade Pink Light. I don't know if you guys remember when Revlon came out with this line, but this was a light shimmery pink highlighter. And while I was doing my inventory, I swatched it to see if I should put this in a project, and it really wasn't working any longer. So, lesson learned. You can't sit products around your house for 10 years and expect them to still work. This lip gloss from Jane in the shade Sparkle Pink stinks. It was in my lip gloss drawer. I used it once and I put it on my lips and had to take it off right away because it was disgusting. So again, another Ipsy bag product. 3 out of these 4 products were from Ipsy bag, and the 4th one was a hand-me-down from a friend. So that's interesting. Those are my 4 declutters for the month. They're going straight in the garbage after I finish filming this video and taking a picture of them for Instagram. Up next, I have 9 samples that were all in my Turn and Burn round 1. I'm not going to go into detail about all of them because I'm going to be discussing them in more detail in my Turn and Burn update, but there are 9 little less than a week use samples here. For perfume, I have 1 little sample. This is the Miss Dior from Dior. I thought it was good. Definitely not like something I'm going to be rebuying, but I thought it was a nice scent. For body, I finished off, oh, this is so satisfying. I finished off the body lotion and cleansing cream, shower gel, of the Victoria's Secret Secret Crush. This is something I've had in my life for a decade plus, maybe 15 years. I don't know. A long, long time. These have been in my life. I do still have the body splash. I'm working on it, but to have both these go out in the same month is unbelievably satisfying. I love it. I also finished up 3 hand creams. It has been very dry here. in the Midwest. So I finished this True Blue Mini Shea Cashmere from Bath and Body Works, and I finished 2 more samples of the Neutrogena hand cream. These are the last of the samples I have of these. I had like 4 or 5 of them. I am sad to see these go because they are really, really nice hand creams. I'm going to continue working on what I have, and when what I have is gone, this might be what I purchase when I need a hand cream because it's good. It's really good stuff. I finished off 2 nail polishes. I finished off this no-name nail polish. It was like a very light sheer pink. It was in my 2020 Vision project pan, so that's really exciting. And then I finished off a base coat from Essence, which I also enjoyed. I thought this was a good product. For the face, I finally finished my last toner. This was the last toner in that entire category. I filmed an entire video of categories that I think I can eliminate altogether from my routine, from my stash, and toner was one of them. Obviously, for most of the categories of skincare and makeup, my goal is to get my numbers way, way, way down, but not to eliminate them all together. My little helper is back.
I'm back.
Say, I'm back.
I'm back.
Okay, what was I saying? It's been a few weeks since I finished this toner. I really haven't missed it. I've always said that, like, if I thought I could eliminate one of these categories, but I actually really miss it, I'll rebuy it. But so far, so good. I have not been missing having a toner from my routine, and actually, it's kind of nice to have one less step. It's so many steps every morning and every night, and it's kind of nice to have one less step. So if I ever decide to buy one again in the future, or if I get one through for review purposes, I will let you guys know. But so far, I'm doing fine without a toner, and it's been a few weeks. I finished off a sample of this Purity face wash from Philosophy. This product has been hyped up over the years on YouTube, and for good reason. It does a good job of getting your makeup off without over drying your skin. It's gentle around your eyes. It does not take off like waterproof mascara or like really, really good eyeliner. You need something more, but if you pre-cleanse with something oil-based and then go back in with this, it does a really good job. I also finished a sample of Exuviance Age Reverse. It was like a nighttime moisturizer. And I finished an eye cream. This was a sample of Neobay that I received.
It's empty.
You're right, it's empty. I received this also in an Ipsy bag. We are finally getting through all of these Ipsy products that have been lingering for years. It feels really good. Thank you, girlie.
This is empty too.
It is empty, you're right. Okay, let's talk about my makeup empties for the month of January. I finally finished off this little sample of lipstick from Urban Decay. This was the shade Naked. It was in my Grey's Anatomy project pan. It's a beautiful color. I find these samples to be really nice and wonderful, but also kind of a pain in the tush because you need a lip brush, and I'm just more likely to grab something that is easier to apply than this, so it lingers on forever before I finally finish it.
I'm on water. Ball. It's empty.
Yeah, it sure is. This is a little sample I received from Sephora. Inside of it was some Ren Perfect Canvas Primer. I thought it was a really good product. It kind of got lost in my cabinet, so when I was doing my inventory, I found this like in the back of my cabinet and pulled it out and finished it off. I have a full size of this, so I'm really happy about that because I think it's a good product, but I'm also happy to have finally finished off this little itty bitty thing to move it out of the house. Inside of this container was my Magic by Prescriptives. This used to be one of those powders that felt wet or cooling.
Then your eyes, then your nose, then your teeth.
this was one of those powders that used to feel like cooling or wet when you applied it. It was really cool. I've had it for so long that whatever moisture was in this powder has dried up, and it was just a dry setting powder. I had gotten down below this line right here, that bottom pink line, and I felt like I was having trouble picking up the product that was in here.
Happy birthday to poop. Happy birthday to poop. Happy birthday to poop.
Why do you hate me so much? Huh? Why do you not like me? Don't you want me to finish my video? Yeah, it was just getting really difficult to pick up powder on the brush. I felt like I was kind of jabbing the brush in there.
Mommy, nice day your lips.
So I basically ended up dumping what little was left in here into the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil that is in my 2020 Vision Project pan. So that is the new powder I am working with every day. I do love to combine things and mix things, and so I'm still working on the powder, but this packaging is gone, so I'm considering it an empty. And I'm happy to have one less thing off my bathroom counter. And finally, I have my e.l.f. eyelid primer. This was in my A to Z project pan for 2018. I kind of thought it would be something I could go through kind of quickly, like maybe 5 months or 6 months, and it ended up taking a full year. And it was a really good primer. I took the stopper out. I used every last bit that I could, and for however much this costs, like $1 or $2 or $3, I think this is a really good primer for anybody,
Mommy,
but specifically anybody on a budget. I mean, if you just can't afford the expensive primers, just get this one. It's all you need. It's really good and it's really cheap. I like it. So those are my empties for the month of January. There were 25 empties and 4 declutters. Let's talk about my low buy update now. Some changes have been made to my rules. If you want to see all my rules for my low buy, I do have an entire video all about it that I posted in December. But basically, my rules are that for every 2 full-size products I finish, I can buy 1 full-size product to replace it. Eyeshadow pans are counted individually. So if I want a 12-pan eyeshadow palette, I need to have 24 full-size empties in my bank before I can buy a 12-pan eyeshadow palette. So eyeshadows, products, or palettes are counted as individual pans, not as one. I have decided that anything that gets decluttered, and you guys know I don't declutter often, it's not something I want to do or like to do, but as these declutters come up, if they are a full-size product, I will also count that towards my bank of empties. Also, I may have to take this on a case-by-case basis, but basically I was thinking that maybe some deluxe size makeup samples may be given a half of a credit. I just keep thinking about that Benefit What's Up highlighter sample that I finished in December. And if I would have finished that in January, I think I would have counted that as a half of an empty. I mean, it took me almost a year to pan that sucker, and yeah, it was a beast. But I don't have any deluxe samples that would even be up for discussion for now, so I'll cross that bridge when I get to it, but I'm thinking about maybe using a half-point system for some of my deluxe size makeup. So how many empties do I have? Go on, you're fine. So how many empties and declutters do I have that counts towards my low buy? Let's see. All right, it looks like I have 10 empties that will count towards my low buy bank for purchasing new makeup in 2019. I'm gonna go through them really quickly. The toner, the body wash, the body lotion, the 2 bottles of nail polish, the e.l.f. eyelid primer, and the 4 makeup items that were decluttered, all full size. So yes, I have 10 credits in my bank to be used towards a future makeup purchase in 2019. The more I started thinking about this whole plan, the more I started embracing the boundaries of this sort of budget. And I'm really excited to actually have some boundaries, some limits, some well-defined rules that really haven't been in place. Like, it's making a lot of sense to me the more I get into January. So I'm sure times will get tough. Probably the question you're all wondering is, have I bought anything? And the answer is no, I have not. There have been a couple of small temptations that have kind of come out of nowhere, and I gave it some thought. I went online, I looked at some stuff, but in the end, I did not purchase anything. So right now, I have 10 credits in the bank, and I have not bought anything. So far, so good. The beginning of the year tends to go well for me. It's the latter half that usually is a total free-for-all. So far, so good. Things are going well. I will meet you back here in a month, and we'll see what I can do for February, and if I can get my little savings account of points or credits to grow. That is the hope. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.